Hey, greetings, tubers. On Point Gambling back one more time. Sorry it's been way too long. There's a lot of stuff going on lately. Today I wanted to talk about probably the first hedging strategy I came across on YouTube. This goes back a couple of years now. One day I was bored at work on a break and I wanted to look up how to play the dark side. So I got the basic information and I said, let me go to YouTube, see if people have something up there. So that was actually my first foray into looking up videos on YouTube for playing craps. And one of the ones that I came across was a video by someone named Stage Tech Marine. He only has like 2 or 3 craps videos, and this is like the only really strategy one he had on his site. But I gave it a watch, and it really intrigued me, seeing someone play a mixed strategy, like not at the casino where I'm trying to focus on my betting and what the dice are doing on the table and everything else. It actually got me a chance to sit down and watch someone else play in a different style. And that, of course, led to watching other YouTube videos and discovering a whole bunch of other channels like Color Up, Bone Thrower, Wager Me This, all you guys out there, Craps Nation, you do a hell of a job. So today I just want to re-examine this strategy. I have played it once at the casino. Basically, I saw the video, and a couple weeks later, I decided to go out and try it. I probably should have practiced it some because it's not overly difficult, but there are a lot of moving parts to the strategy. And it's something you really need to make sure that as you're playing it, that when certain conditions arise, you need to change your betting or turn your bets off, take your odds down. There's a whole bunch of different little tweaks and things you have to do in this strategy. So it's definitely one you do not want to be drinking while you're playing, or you don't want to be hammered playing this. And also, it's not something you want to do at a very busy table, which was part of the reason why I had a rough go of it at the time I did try it. I was playing at a table, and there was probably between 12 and 14 people playing. So it was very busy. There were a lot of people throwing out a lot of bets, and needless to say that I missed 1 or 2 times where I should have moved things around or bet certain ways. And also another time the dealer misplaced my bet, like it involves betting the don't come. The dealer placed my don't come bet as odds on one of the come bets. So it's definitely something you want to have to keep an eye on and watch. So got the new layout here. Put the camera in a different place, trying something new, maybe I can get a better sound and overall better experience for the people watching the channel. So I'm going to put this back over here since you've already seen that. Once again, it's by someone called Stage Tech Marine. I'll put the link in the description to this strategy as he lays it out. It's a $300 bankroll, and your minimum bet is going to be $10. So if you're at a $5 table, you basically have to bump everything up to a $10 level. It's not overly difficult. I'm going to run through it. I'm going to explain it the way he laid it out, and then I'm going to make a second video explaining how I would change certain things in the way this is played, both for the sake of making it easy for you and making it easy for the dealers, and giving you hopefully a better experience with the strategy as well. But so let's just go over how it's based, how he presented the strategy. So you start off $300 bankroll, like I said. You bet $10 on the pass line. You roll, let's say the 5 is the point. Now you're going to bet $75 on the don't come. The whole point of this is that you want that to travel up. Let's just say we rolled again, let's say we rolled a 10. All right. So now we have a $75 on the number 10 as a don't come bet. Now what we've done is we've taken away the 7 as being the bad number. We've made it so that the 10 is now the bad number. A lot lower probability of being rolled. That's the whole goal behind this. You put it up there. Now, to follow up, for the remaining 4 numbers, you're going to place them for $10 each, $12 for the 6 and the 8. So place the 4, in this case, 6, 8, and the 9. And you're always going to be doing a $10 come bet. So now what happens, let's say we roll none of them. Let's say we roll, I'm sorry, and we also do 3 times odds on the pass line. Shift this up a little bit. 10, 20, 30. So it's always 30 odds on the pass line, and I'm going to show you how to do the come bet odds in a minute. So right now, we've got a don't come on the 10, we've got a $10 come bet, $10 on the rest of the place numbers, and you would roll again. Let's say we rolled a 9. So the place bet will pay you 14. The come bet will travel up. You got to do double odds, so $20 in odds. Collect the change. And then you put the, you get some more change out. You re-establish your come bet. The whole goal now is to keep rolling, and the come will travel up. You go double odds. If it hits again with the odds, you go to 4 times odds. And like I said, the goal is to get all your place bets that don't have the points or the don't come with a come bet and with either 2 or 4 times odds. So let's say again we roll the 8. That once again will pay 14. The come bet moves up. Do double odds, and you collect the change, preferably without dropping it, and you go back out on the come. So let's just say you did happen to roll a 7. You would lose your pass line odds, you would lose any of the place bets, you would lose your come bets. However, you would get paid on the come for a 7, and your don't come will get paid. So basically you're netting $85, but you're getting back $170. And in that situation, we would have been out $112. We would have lost $112, but we would have technically won 85 and gotten back the other 85 that was out there. So we do come out ahead on that. You can see it's got a lot of potential, this strategy. However, you are dependent on having preferably guys who can roll multiple numbers again and again. Like you want to see back-to-backs so that when you establish a come bet with odds, it hits again, you can bump up the odds. He does recommend going from double odds to 4 times odds. Obviously, if your casino only allows double odds, you're capped out there. Some casinos only allow 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times odds. I'll explain in my strategy how to work that to your advantage, and it actually makes things a little bit easier for both you and the dealer. Let's see. So that's basically this strategy in a nutshell. The only drawback is that if you, let's say that you had the 10 as your don't come bet, if the shooter does shoot the 10, you're going to lose the don't come. What he recommends is that all of your bets, have the dealer turn them off, and you need to take down your place bet odds yourself. I'm sorry, your pass line odds. You keep the pass line, the base bet up, but you take the odds down so that everything is off except for any come bets, the come line portion of the bet. The odds would be off for any come bets. So that way you can bet it don't come again. Hopefully it moves up to a number and you don't lose it. And then you turn everything back on and put your odds back out on the pass line. And then you can keep going with the strategy. So, like I said, we'll do a $300 bankroll because that's what he recommends. Honestly, I recommend something closer to 500 or so. It gives you a little more cushion in case you do lose on your don't come, which will happen. And so let me just get the bankroll straightened up, and we'll give us a couple of shoots, and then we'll discuss my version. Okay, got the table cleaned up. We are back. We have a $300 bankroll, and we're going to give this a go. So we start off $10 on the pass line, look to establish a point, and our point is 5. So now we bet 75 on the don't come. He does, State Check Marine does suggest that since the 7 and 11 are your bad numbers, if you want to hedge, you can eliminate the 11 by betting $5 on the E, the yo bet. That will pay 15 to 1. You will get the 75 back if you do win it, plus the 5 stays up. He also recommends that that is an option for you, but it's not something you should be doing every time you bet this, because you will lose money in the long run. I do agree with him on that. I'll explain in my version of of the strategy how to hedge that a little bit better if you want to hedge the don't come bet. But so, like I said, we've got the pass line up $10. Our point is 5. Looking to establish a don't come bet. 6. All right. So we've got our point and our don't come bet. We have to go out on the other 4 numbers. $10 each. $12 in the case of the 8, obviously. And you want $30 in odds on your pass line. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. And the key, you want $10 come bet every time you're shooting. So 8, so let's keep this here for a second. So I'm gonna drop a 1, get paid 15. The come bet moves to the 8. You bet double odds and rebet the come. I'm sorry, shoot, I'm writing these down. 5, 6, 8, 10. So 10 pays 18. I'm just gonna drop 2 for 20. Come that moves up. 20 in odds. And we're back up on the come. 9, so once again, come that moves up, we're gonna drop $1. Okay, 15 to 1. And another 20 in odds. Back out on the come. Okay, and we send it out. So we do lose all of this here. However, we do win here and here. It's the one drawback to strategy when you're playing it. If you run like that, where you're just running unique numbers each time, you're not repeating numbers, you're going out on the come bets and establishing odds, but you're not collecting. You'll collect maybe like the penny change if you, for some of the ones, like you getting back like maybe like $5 here, $3 here from the change from going from the come bet. I'm sorry, from the place bet to the come. But just look at it real quick. 170 we get back. We do lose 140, so we came out slightly ahead there. Seven in the pass line, so that's a winner. He doesn't recommend doing anything different, so in this case we're just going to collect it. And 4 is our points. That's awful. Now you could technically go out with your odds on the pass line. Per the strategy, you don't do that until you've established a don't come. We're not going to risk more money, because right now we have pretty much the most you're going to have at risk is the 75 plus the 10, so 85. You don't want to put another $30 right now and have 105 at risk when you can just wait an extra roll or two. So 4 is our points. Our don't come moves to the 8. Just gonna do this a little bit easier. Okay, so we've got a point to 4, we've got a don't come on the 8, and now we're just gonna play the meat and potatoes as a strategy. 12, so we do lose the come. 8, so this is the tough part. We do lose the don't come. This will be the come bet now. Now, we have to go back out on the don't come. So 75, as a dealer, turn your bets off and take down yourself, take down your pass line odds. So now, the only thing you have risk is $20 plus the 75 up there. And we got 12, so that's a push. And 7, of course, so we lose this. We lose these two. Point is off. Our bets will stay off for the come out roll. Hold on a second. Yeah, so technically that would have ended the shooter. So it's up to you if you want to leave them out there. It's probably easier in this situation since that was the end of that shooter's run. Have the dealer take your bets down. They'll just keep things clear on the table. So we'll do one more here. 8 is our point. Okay, now we're trying to establish the don't come. 5. And we go back out on the other numbers. I'm actually going to add a little more to the bankroll because you can see right now I've already gone through close to 300s to get the strategy rolling, so I'm just going to put another 100 in here. And okay, we've got 30 in odds on the pass line. We got our come bet up and place bets in the don't come. 6, so we get paid 14 here. I'm going to drop the 1. Paid 15 for 1. The come bet travels. We go 20 in odds. Collect the change, back on the come. 7 out. Okay, so once again we lose all of the bets here. We get paid on the dump, paid on the come. Try to do one more, maybe we can get a long roll so I can show you. We got 19 minutes. Yeah, we'll do one more. Oops, that's off. Was a 5. The point is 5. I'm going to establish the don't come. 4, that's a good number. And we go back out on everything else. And 7 out, so you get the point. I'm not going to worry about paying out the rest of this because, well, actually, let's do it right now. Let's pay it out real quick because that does happen where it's like you get it established and the next roll is going to be 7. So in this case situation, we're going to lose the caps. 2, that covers that. 20, 30, 25, 50. So yeah, $1 shy there. So basically everything we had on the table was covered by those, the don't come and the come bet. So, I mean, you are set for those first 1 or 2 rolls after you have everything established. It is pretty much a wash. Other than that, I will show you some tweaks to the strategy I have. That will be the follow-up to this video, and a slightly better way to play some of the variants on this. I have seen other people use the strategy, calling it a different thing, changing the dollar amounts. I've seen it done with a $50 don't come, where you're basically not hedging the entire amount on the field. That's another option. That's another way of doing it. But we'll get to that in the next video. And until then, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you at the tables.